Notes number 11. Writing equations and inequalities given scenarios. Write all of this inside of your journal. We will be taking a quiz over this next class. Objective. I can set up an equation given a word problem. Determine a solution set given multiple ordered pairs. The focus teaks are 2H and 2I. The essential question. What keywords am I looking for in a word problem to help me set up the equations and inequalities? Here's the vocabulary. Proportionally. The equation will be in the form A over B equals C over D, where A, B, C, and D can be any expression. Inequality. The relation between two or three expressions that are not always equal. Employing a sign such as not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Solution set. An ordered pair that satisfies an inequality. Test points. Possible solution sets. Plug in these values into the inequality to see if the solution is true, a real solution, or false, extraneous, not a solution. Systems of equations, inequalities. Two or more relations that may or may not have solutions. I do. Write this in your journal. The distance a truck travels varies proportionally with the number of hours driven. A truck travels 134 miles in 2 hours. If the truck continues to travel at that same rate, how long would it take the truck to drive 268 miles? Set up an equation to model this. Well, one of our key words is proportionally. And the truck is going to travel 134 miles in 2 hours. It's going to travel at the same rate, and it wants to know how long it'll be for 268 miles. So if we set up our proportion, we have 134 miles over 2 hours. And that's equal to 268 miles over blank hours. To solve this proportion, first we cross multiply. We can only cross multiply if there is an equal sign in between the two fractions. So 2 times 268 is 536, and 134 times x is 134x. If you were to divide both sides by 134, reduce this down. 134 divided by 134 is 1. And 536 divided by 134 is 4. So the answer is 4 hours equals x. So this is the equation set up. This is our solution. Pause the video, try this one out on your own. An online media company charges 99 cents per song, S, and $8 per movie M. The company's goal is to earn at least $300 in combined sales. Write an inequality to model this. See if you can set this one up on your own. Okay, let's box our important numbers. 99 cents and $8 and at least $300. Okay, our keywords per and per and at least. When it says per, that means that we are going to have 99 cents next to the S. So 99 cents times S. M times $8. At least means greater than or equal to. So the way you'd write these equations out would be like this. So this would be our inequality. 99 cents times S plus $8 times M is greater than or equal to 300. Now, to solve a system of this, you would have to know how much songs and movies you had. But realistically, we want to just see how much it would be depending on how the population orders these things. Let's look at the next example. You're still writing these in your journal. Romeo's Pizzeria sold a total of 200 small and large pizzas on Thursday. A small pizza cost $6 and a large pizza cost $10. The total price of pizzas sold were $1,960. Write two equations to model this. Well, first we want to box our numbers. So 200 small and large pizzas and $6 for a small pizza and $10 for a large pizza. The total was $1,960. So we can have two equations to represent this. So the total was 200 pizzas. And that's going to be the smalls plus the larges. So small pizzas plus the large pizzas equals 200 pizzas. Now, small pizzas cost $6. So let's put 6 times S. $6 per small pizza sold. The large pizza is $10, so we'll have 10 times L. The total price was $1,960. That is the system of two equations for this example. If we have a relationship between the number of dollars a worker earns and the number of hours worked, what would the rate of change represent? We have number of dollars and we have number of hours. Number of dollars would be our change in Y, and the number of hours would be our change in X. Rate of change is another word for slope. So this would represent the number of dollars per hour. So it would be dollars per hour. Okay, pause the video. Try this one. If we have a relationship between the number of miles a driver drove and the number of hours driven, what would the rate of change represent? Well, you have number of miles, we have number of hours, change in y, change in x. So basically this is saying miles per hour. If we have a relationship between the number of feet an object has fallen and the number of seconds the object has been falling before hitting the ground and ignoring air resistance, what would the rate of change represent? Pause the video. Try this one. Okay, if you got feet per second, that's the rate of change. We have number of seconds and number of feet. Number of feet is your change of y. Number of seconds is your change of x. Okay, which ordered pair is in the solution set of the linear inequality y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3? We're given different ordered pairs, and we need to test them to see which ones are true and which ones are false. So, remember, it's always x comma y. So we're going to plug in 3 wherever we see an x, and -1 wherever we see a y. So let's substitute these in and get this. So, -1, is it greater than or equal to 6 minus 3? -1 is not greater than or equal to 3. So this was false. Okay, so this ordered pair would not be a solution. Okay, let's do the next one. -2, -8. Wherever we see an x, we're going to substitute it with -2. And wherever we see a y, we're going to substitute -8 in. So it'll look like this. -8, is it greater than or equal to 2 times -2 minus 3? So is -8 greater than or equal to -4 minus 3? No, -8 is not greater than or equal to -7, so that's also false. Okay, let's try the next one. We'll substitute 0 in for x and y since they're both 0 here. It's the origin. So, is 0 greater than or equal to 2 times 0 minus 3? Is 0 greater than or equal to 0 minus 3? Zero is greater than or equal to -3, so that's true. So we'll circle that one. And let's look at the last one, -1, -7. Wherever we see a y, we're going to replace it with the -7. So it's -7 greater than or equal to 2 times -1 minus 3 is -7 greater than or equal to -2 minus 3. -7 is not greater than or equal to -5, so that's false. So that coordinate point is not a solution set. So our only solution set to this inequality is this third choice, 0, 0. Which ordered pair is in the solution set to the linear inequality y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3? Here are the possible choices. 5, -2, -1, 1, 0, -4, -3, 7, and -2, -9. Pause the video, try those out. So the first one would be false. Try the next one. The second point is true. So B would be one of your solution sets. Now try C, 0, -4. C would be false. -4 is not greater than or equal to -3. Try D, -3, 7. 7 is greater than or equal to -9, so D is also true. Try E, -2, -9. You should get -9 is not greater than or equal to -7. So this one's false. So our two solutions are B and D. And your justification is the steps that you showed on your journal page. Okay, go ahead and write a summary about what you just did. Go to my Canvas page. You should already be on there. Try the Quizlets on there. There will be a quiz over these notes next class. It will be an open journal quiz, so you may use your journal on this quiz next class.